Hi, I hope all of you are doing good. And in this time of pandemic, we are all again shut inside house. So we have many things that we need to consider when it comes to choosing a career, right? And I think this is the most difficult time that everybody of us are facing in some point or other. Well, let me just bang on to the point that I am trying to say today in this video. Well, today I will tell you 6 steps to make you understand how you can take step by step approach and make a career choice. All right. So, even if you are confused or undecided, that's pretty okay. That happens with everybody. Don't worry. Well, now it's the world of digitization, it's world of internet. So there are so much of resources, correct? There are thousands of options that we have with us. And but the problem is, how do I understand which career would be good for me, or how exactly should I figure it out? I mean, is there any approach that I can do? So I think these are the common questions that keeps running in all of our mind, right? So I thought it would be good to speak to all of you with this live session over here. And if you're watching me live, then just come up and write in the live chat about yourself and who you are and what exactly are you looking for. So basically, let me just tell you 6 steps and how you can actually decide on making a career choice. The first and foremost, and the most important step that we often try to forget is to assess ourselves. So it's very important before even you choose the right career, you must learn about yourselves. So, what do I mean by this? I mean that you should learn about your values, your interests, your soft skills, your aptitudes, and the type of person you are, that is your personality, because all this together in combination gives a good a company, a good employee or employer, whatever you say. And also the thing is that all a mix of all these things will bring you up as a better candidate for a particular job opportunity. So the first step is to assess yourself. Well, I'll be dealing with all these steps in my upcoming videos, so keep watching and hit that bell button and subscribe my channel. Okay, so first step is to assess yourself, learning about your skills, exactly what interests you, your aptitudes, your soft skills, etc. The second most important point that you should note down is to make a list of the type of jobs, related jobs or occupations that you might be interested to explore. So, if you find out what makes you interested, then you can actually list out the several options that you are having or the resources that you have. So, when I say this, I mean two things. First is that see, we have a formal education. Everybody goes through a certain kind of attaining certain kind of training and education, attaining certain degree. So that's kind of primary job opportunity that we try to find out, when we just keep clinging to our formal education and training. But, my friends, another important aspect that we forget is that we have certain skills and aptitudes that we are born with or we develop with time. Well, don't underestimate your talents as well. Sometimes you might find that you have a better opportunity that way, just by using your talent, which is very natural inside you. So my suggestion is, when you start making a list of occupations or opportunities around you, first you can do two things. One, you can make a primary list of occupations which you would like to explore or decipher more about them, and at the same time you can actually list out a secondary job list or secondary lists of occupation that you might be interested as well, which will be tangible or which will be of your interest, and it's something which maybe you are loving to do it. Let me just exemplify. For example, um, suppose you have earned a science graduate degree or a postgraduate degree, but at the same time You might be very good at writing. You might be very good um, in designing certain things. So just hop in inside the internet and see if there are small or short jobs or occupations related to that. I'm not telling you to be a science graduate and start doing a poetry, creating a pamphlet for a poetry show. I'm not telling that, but who knows, if you like to do that, you might earn as well, because there are enough resources now. So stressing on the second point is to make a list of occupations which you can explore further, which you can find out more information on it. So make a primary list and a secondary list. Third is definitely very, very important task. And now at this point, if you see that at least you have, listed out around 6 to 7 or maybe 10 occupations like that, and combine all these primary and secondaries. So that means now you need some basic information about each of these occupation or jobs that you might be aspiring to do. So find the job descriptions, related descriptions about each of these listed, the career options that you have listed, or the jobs that you want to move into. You can also see what kind of requirements or the eligibility criteria they have put up. So I think that is the very important step when you start searching or deciding on choosing your career. Fourth is to create a short list. Yes, what do I mean by this? That certain careers, like you have listed down, correct, and you see that, okay, this I might like to do, and few of them you might adjust to do, but few of the things would be there, like for example the deliverables in that job, the criteria, the deliverables that they would be wanting, which you would never like to do in your whole lifetime. So just cut that option from your list. Don't, I mean, you don't have to just think a second time, because you should not do something which you don't like at all just for the sake of getting a job. You should never do that, because in the long run you are going to fall off, or you will never love to continue in such a situation. All right. And then another step which is very, very important is to conduct or gather information about from people who are in those industries. Like for example, if you are a doctor, or if you're a professional healthcare professional, you know more about the clinical aspects, but at the same time you might be a good designer and you just want to explore if you can add on some revenue by just using your talent. So in that case you need to explore more about that job and just see, try to find out people, if such people are existing, where they are doctors and they also are designers. You actually can find them. Use tools or platforms like LinkedIn, where you get to know people, form your network, and you ask them how they have got into that kind of job, or what would be the prospect. Just create a informational interview uh, which will give you more in-depth research about the particular occupation or the job opportunity or career choice you are trying to explore. So with all this done, finally, after doing all this research, you are probably ready to pick up your career option and make your choice. So pick the occupation that you think will bring most satisfaction in you, because the thing is that if you are not satisfied while doing something, then that's not, in the long run. And see, there is definitely a career pathway that we need to follow, but at any point you can also uh, try to switch your career, because that all depends on what exactly would the situation be at that time, or what new things or experiences you will be gathering in the whole process, right? And very, very important, identify your goals, short term goals and long term goals. For example, short term goals can be something where you try to actually say, educate yourself or train yourself more for a particular job position that you have been aspiring for, or you have chosen. So that might be, you can complete it within 3 months or 6 months of time, so that can be a short term goal. And a long term goal should be between something uh, around 2 to 3 years or more, where you set your goals and try to get those milestones one by one along the career pathway. So short term would be more like training programs, getting into internships, etc. And long term would be more like completing your education and training in a proper way. So that's like one example, but there are several examples. So you need to identify your goals. And the last and the most important thing is to put together a career action plan. That is a written document which will lay out step by step how exactly you will be following a roadmap from A to B and C to D. So write down all your short and long term goals and your prospective steps that you are intending to take to reach each one of your goals. Well, all these things which I said might sound very overwhelming, or it might sound it's a lot of work. And yes, it is. There is no shortcut to hard work. You have to do this work for yourself. You are doing this particular career plan for yourself, for your better future. So it is very easy to just get into some career pathway, and you know you just struggle a lot after getting inside. So it's better that you do this homework before, and it is easier to forge to a career pathway when you know what you want. And taking these steps will save you a lot of struggle and a lot of uncertainty in the long run. I hope this video is useful for you, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll bring up more on career choices and how to make your decision more proven, and it will help you to grow as a person and choose a career which you really love to opt for. Thank you so much for watching this video and being with me here. Bye.